Right in front of me, you can see two tanks that I consider the most fun tech tree tanks. This one is the Progetto 65, a Tier 10 Italian medium tank, and the other is the BAT Chatillon 25-ton, a Tier 10 French light tank. Both of them are auto-reloaders, each with its own strengths, weaknesses, and unique playstyle. Now, this video is based entirely on my own opinion, so these tanks might not be as fun for everyone. Also, tanks like the M6Yo are pretty enjoyable. It can dish out around 900 damage in just 7.5 seconds, and has some other great capabilities, so you might want to consider grinding for it. Alright, now back to the Progetto. The Progetto is a great tank, offering tricky turret armor that often gets a lot of bounces if you're at a distance from the enemy. But in close combat, your turret isn't going to bounce shells much. Also, its hull is angled, so the majority of low-caliber enemy shells will bounce, but if they load gold, it can be penned easily. This tank is meant to be played hull down and farm enemies for their bad moves, and it's not even that hard to play and position in it. So, even an average player can get good battles in it. Also, when you get into a battle, the first thing you should do is check the enemy lineup to see which tanks they have and how many of each class. You can see that the enemy team has one medium and one light tank, while our team has only one medium, which is me. So ideally in this situation, you should only go to the medium flank if you have support with you, which in my case, I don't. And since I don't have a death wish, I'm gonna go with my heavies and see what I can do. By checking the enemy lineup, you'll notice that your survivability improves in matches. Just think about it for a second. If I went to the bridge and both their light and medium rushed me, I'd be dead in 8 seconds. The BAT, Chatillon 25-ton, can dish out 1,050 damage in that time, and their medium would also be able to get another shot off after firing once in those 8 seconds. My battle would be over just like that, so checking the lineup is really important. Don't mind me, I've gotten a bit rusty since I haven't played this game for a while. By the way, when I look at tanks, I don't judge them by their characteristics. I usually value them based on their unique strengths, even if their other characteristics aren't that great. Like the BAT. Chatillon 25-ton is a good tank. It has the unique ability to deal 1,000 damage in 8 seconds without a reload boost. But it's considered hard to play for an average player, including me, since it's very tricky to handle in normal matches. But tanks like the WZ-121, T-62A, and Object 140 are all great overall. Yet, I don't really enjoy them because they don't have a unique ability when compared to tanks like the Caro 45-ton, Leopard, or TVP T-5051. By the way, let me know your opinions in the comments below. Well, you can see how easily I was able to do 4.5k damage in this battle. Okay, now let's move on to the French light tank. This tank is great in situations where you can just farm the enemy team, or when the enemy is full of brain rots who drive into the open and die. That's pretty much it. But in normal situations, for an average player, it's very tricky to play since it has no armor. Ideally, you need to play passively in it. But the problem with that is, when players see that the enemy team isn't being aggressive, they push, and you immediately lose the flank. But this doesn't mean that just because you take your position, the enemy won't push. It just makes them less likely to push immediately. Right now, I'm hoping that someone's gonna cross, but it seems like they're not here. Oh, there's the enemy team. No, that's a bad trade. But never mind. I want to support my teammate, but that standard is a problem. Like you can see, in these situations for an average player, this tank isn't good. So if you're a new player, don't grind this yet, unless you already have another tier 10 light tank and know how to play it. I made a bad maneuver. I should have gone toward my team spawn rather than theirs. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.